What do you stress to the defensive backs, especially, and maybe the entire defense?
Well, I mean, I think we just got to be ready for a fast-paced game. We know those guys are going to come out. They want to dictate the pace. They want to throw it around. But they'll run it as well. They're running a lot of the same things or a lot of the same concepts they used last year. They're just doing it at a breakneck pace. So, we understand we have our hands full, but I think our guys are really excited about the challenge.
Did you get to watch it on Friday Night Live?
I did. I watched a good portion of it. Because sometimes, you get lulled to sleep when you just watch the tape, and you don't really get a feel for exactly what's going on. So, in real life speed. So it was great to see that, so you can really see exactly how fast those guys are going and really having fun. I thought those guys played with great juice at home, and, I expect our guys to be able to match that intensity at our place.
It's different than what you saw last week with a run-first team. I mean, did you get anything from your secondary and pass coverage from that game?
Yeah, they ran a good dose of play action, really, and if you watch the tape of Youngstown a year ago, those plays they ran were big plays. I mean, they caught everyone, whether it was some of the bigger programs that they faced, they caught those guys, and I thought our guys did a good job of handling it, had great eye discipline. So we can take that and, hopefully try to apply it to, what we'll see a little bit this week. They don't have as much play action, but they do have some play action, so we got to be ready for it.
I felt like your safeties were pretty good the other day, especially in run support.
Yeah, I thought we tackled extremely well, much better than we had in the past. And, we're going to do the same thing this week. Again, it won't be as much close quarter tackles. A lot of it be out in space and, their athletes against our athletes. And that's where we're going to have to make our money this week.
I mean, everyone's going to talk about their quarterback this week, but their running game was, they contribute in the run game too. Just what kind of options do they give you in that?
Well, because they throw the ball so well, it sets up their run game, and they were a little bit more of a power run game last year, and I think at their core they still like to do that, but, when you're going as fast as they go, it's hard to have that much of a variety in the run game. So I think they still want to run it, and I think they ran it extremely well, but I think it all sets up based on their throw game.
I think you got pass rush the other day. It seems like 3 sacks is a lot more than you get in some games last year.
Yeah, and that's the truth. It was very refreshing. So, and we'll have to do it again. Anytime if they're going to throw the ball or have 100 snaps, I mean, we're going to have to up that ante a little bit. Now the ball's coming out a lot quicker than it did this weekend, so he's not going to hold it. But if he does, we got to be able to affect him. We got to get him off the spot. So our pass rush is going to be critical once again.
You guys were close to getting some turnovers.
Yeah.
Out, but I mean, do you feel like it's kind of?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep talking about turnovers.
Okay.
I think if those guys will continue to play hard, I think they'll come. And I mean that sincerely. Because the reality of it is, the thing that we point out is the missed opportunities, because we did miss a couple. We had an interception that we dropped. I thought I saw a couple times the ball carrier having the ball out there where we could have punched at it. But the reality of it is, when we've been good taking the ball away, we've done the exact same drills. We talked about the exact same deals. I think it'll come just when it starts to come. We just got to continue to coach it, and our kids got to continue to believe in it. So it'll come.
How did you feel Jahad did?
For his first start, I thought, he was very solid. Very solid. I think when he watches the film, he'll see that it was some opportunities that or some plays that he probably wished he could have played a little bit better. But I thought the energy was great. I thought the determination was great. We just got to clean up a couple things.
Pace of play that they have reminds you of an Oregon or something like that. What are the I guess?
Louisiana Tech comes to mind, because, obviously we saw those guys when they were at the top of their game a couple years ago, and they look very similar, just great skill. I mean, those wideouts are legitimate players. The quarterback's a legitimate guy. So they very much remind me of those guys, and they're playing extremely fast. So hopefully that experience that some of those kids played in or had, those first couple years, will pay dividends now, because they understand when I say Louisiana Tech, that gets their attention.
How difficult is subbing in those situations?
Oh, it's very difficult. I mean, that's where offenses do it. Everyone keeps asking. I mean, you can look at the NFL on Sundays. You look at what New England's done the last couple of years. They've been nothing but no huddle and playing fast. I mean, that's what Peyton Manning is doing. All the great offenses are doing it. Coach Kelly's had an opportunity to take that style to the NFL, and he's had success. So it's a great neutralizer. I mean, it really is. It tries to vanilla you out a little bit, but the reality of it is we've seen enough of it that our kids hopefully won't be in awe. They'll know what to expect. Now it just comes down to execution.
Defensive line last weekend, what did you like?
I beg your pardon?
Defensive line, what did you like, what did you didn't like?
I like the fact that, we were pretty stout, against the run. I thought our guys were in their gaps, the majority of the time they were where they needed to be, so that was great. You know, some of the things we got to clean up, some of our stunt games, you know, being able to get off some blocks and recognize, draw sets, you know, things of that nature. Just technical things that we can coach better and get them guys to play a little better doing.
So you think the pass rush back to that more crucial this week than last week?
It's crucial every week. You know, you can just tape that and just rewind it every week. It's critical every week. You know, we got to be able to affect the quarterback with 4 guys. You know, we're going to pressure. I mean, that's what we do. But if you can get there with 4 guys, I mean, it makes everybody's job a little bit easier.
I'm writing about Angelo Bentley. And
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, you know, he's had some great special teams play, but he's talked about just wanting to kind of take that other step on defense. How much has he progressed? Where does he still need to go?
You know, he's getting better. You know, that's what we challenged him on a little bit. He was obviously got a lot of notoriety from his return game last year, and he is a dynamic returner, but he wants to just be good, just be as good as a defensive back, and he's worked his tail off to do it. He wasn't challenged a whole bunch last week, you know, but when he was up for the challenge, did a good job getting off some blocks and making some tackles. So, I mean, he's really worked his tail off, you know, and I'm interested to see how far he can go with it, because I believe he can be one of the elite players in this conference.
What was the